I had a friend ask me the other day, Mike, why would you pay that much for a special edition of a book you already own? Don't you already have like 2 copies of Dune? 2? I got way more than that. Hey, what's up, bookworms? Mike back today. Talk some special editions. A question I've been getting a lot lately is why would anyone have any interest in paying that much for special edition books? How did this get so popular? If you've really missed it lately, I see everywhere. There's new versions of books that you love, some new authors, some independent authors, everything that you can imagine. There is some kind of fancy, schmancy little special edition coming out now, and they're all pretty awesome. And I've been getting that question a lot lately. So I said, I think I need to talk about how this happened, because I think it's pretty easy to explain. But if you need a reason, I'll go ahead and let you know. Now, the explosion of things like the Broken Binding, like Folio Society, like ℎ𝕦𝕤𝕤𝕤, like Wraithmarked Creative, there's all kinds of avenues out there for you to get some really, really beautiful editions of some books. So if they're the same words inside, why overpay for a special edition re-release? Well, I think it's very, very simple. Let's look at a couple here just as examples before I get going. This is from the Broken Binding. So it looks very beautiful. It's got the sprayed edges. It's got the naked hardcover. It's got signatures. It's got art. It's got everything really that you're looking for. This is ℎ𝕦𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕤. Really, really super special editions with some amazing art on the insides. This is from the Folio Society. Yes, these are all amazing, amazing collections. So I think in the beginning, the first topic that I would go with is that book collectors like to collect. I think that's the number one reason. Asking why a collector wants multiple copies. Don't they have enough? That's like asking a millionaire, don't you have enough money? I don't think there's ever a point where you say, I have enough. As a collector, there is no threshold to say, I have enough. You want to keep collecting. Look behind me. It's not very hard to see. I have several copies of Dune, obviously, and I'm not against more. It's one of those things where it's your favorite book. You want to collect every single item that you can that's related to that topic. Like my mom collects Elvis memorabilia. She never at a point said, you know what? I've got enough scarves from Las Vegas. I don't need another one, So it's just one of those things where it's no different than collecting vinyl or collecting baseball cards or maybe sneakers. I have that problem as well. So, I have enough sneakers, but you know what? I check the Nike app every single day. These are just some of the problems that we have as collectors. Now, visual appeal and shelf aesthetics. I think that's the most easy answer for this, how these got so popular. Just some really beautiful bookshelves. It can help brighten your day. I'll think, hey, I'm coming in here. I work from home a couple days a week. It's early in the morning. The coffee's not made yet. I'm not feeling very good. I'll walk in, I'll see these beautiful bookshelves. You know what? It makes me feel better because it's just one of those things. It's like having some special editions. I feel like they can really turn your bookshelves into a work of art. They really, really can. You got foiled dust jackets. You got sprayed edges. You got incredible art. You got these beautiful naked hardcovers. It really is something that looks beautiful, especially when it's a collected set. And let me tell you what that is like. So I have these versions of the Dandelion Dynasty that the Broken Binding sent to me. And you think on their own, they're stunning, stunning editions. But once you get the complete set, look, it makes something absolutely stunning. And it'll make you question, do I want to put these face edges out? Do I want to put these naked hardcovers up there? It gives you options, just like all art should. But visual appeal and shelf aesthetics, I think, is going to be the main reason that people do this, because it's something that looks absolutely beautiful you just want to look at. So I think if you go to an art gallery and you buy some nice art you hang on your wall, even if you're not going to ever touch it again, it looks really visually stunning. And there are some people who buy these special editions with zero plans to actually read them because they don't want to damage them. It's very much like buying those collector's toys and never opening the box. It does happen. Again, these are things that are just fancied by collectors. And in the end, that's what's kind of driving this market. And when you get to people who have not moved to the digital age and they are very much still, I need the physical version of the books, this gives them a lot of options. But I talked about completed sets, and that leads me into the sponsor of today's video. I want to take a minute here to talk about Wraithmarked Creative. You guys might have heard of them. They are another one of these big creators that are making some really super special editions to some things. And I can really vouch for this one because I got the Sword of Kaigen by Emma Wong version that they put out last year, which is just beautiful, has incredible art, everything that you really want in a special edition. This beautiful foil dust jacket, the sprayed edges. It's just stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. And they're having a Kickstarter right now for the SPIFBO winners. Now, M.L. Wong and Rob J. Hayes are going to be the first couple books they do here. Now, this is a different version of ℓ𝕗𝕗𝕗 than the one that I have. It's going to be a brand new version, can be built from the ground up. And also, Where Loyalties Lie by Rob J. Hayes. Now, these are two authors. I haven't actually read Where Loyalties Lie, but I did read Never Die, and I liked it quite a bit. So Rob J. Hayes is probably like the king of self-pub. This guy has been doing it for a long time. And M.L. Wong, I think everyone has at least heard of ℓ𝕗𝕗𝕗. It's a very, very good book. So these will be custom for top to bottom. They're going to include interior layouts, which are very, very rare. And the dust jacket spines then will interlock with each other, and then those will interlock with future editions that they're going to be doing a SPIFBO winning book. So if this gets enough support, they're going to keep going with all these new authors, and they're going to make them all these spines connect. It's going to look really, really beautiful when it's done. But while the Kickstarter has hit its initial goal, they only have one stretch goal left, the 400K mark. They're going to be adding illustrated page edges with new characters, so that can make it even more exciting on the other side. But the artwork in these editions are just incredible, and they're worth having for that alone. All these editions, the artwork that is in these is just blowing people away. I'm going to show you a few of them here, but make sure you guys check out the Kickstarter link I've got below if you want to see more of the art, because it's just visually breathtaking. You know, having these interlocking spines for all releases down the road, amazing idea. And right now, anything that's above the $50 tier of support will get campaign exclusive discounts that you can't get after the Kickstarter ends about a week from now. So I'll have a link in the description below to support them on Kickstarter, and I highly recommend that you do, because Wraithmarked Creative, they do incredible, incredible work. Another big thing here is like exclusivity. I think many of these special editions are limited run. Usually it's 1 of 500, 1 of 1,000, something like that. And then once they're gone, they are gone. So that makes them very, very valuable. Having a limited signed special edition is going to be incredibly valuable. And that makes you feel special when you're like 1 of 500 people in the world that have this version of a book. It's like owning a rare piece of art, I think. And again, you're going to have enhanced reading experiences with these. I can think of like reading Canticle for Leibowitz from that Folio Society right now, and having that gorgeous edition can really make it feel all the more immersive. The experience just hits a little different. So you've got this beautiful artwork. You've got the cardstock that they print on. It's just amazing. This paper is just, it doesn't feel like cheap paper that you can rip accidentally if you turn the page too far. And the drop caps that they put at each beginning of each chapter just make it almost look like you're reading some kind of epic fantasy scroll or something. I don't know. It just, for me, it helps with all the immersiveness, makes it feel a little ancient, a little valuable. But the striking colors, incredible art, all that stuff, it's just going to make it feel more immersive. At least it does for me. And sometimes they have hidden Easter eggs in there. Like I can say in the some of those Brandon Sanderson ones, they have the leather-bound ones that Dragonsteel does. Those have some hidden things in there if you are looking for them more than just ℙ𝕠d, right? But in the end, guys, I think that collectors are just going to collect. That's how this really happened. This is how this got so popular. The cost is high. Yes, a lot of these can really, really get up there, and this is a collecting hobby that can run you into some money, just like any hobby can. So it's one of those things, it's as expensive as you make it. There are deals on these things all the time, but you know, the cost is high, but in the end, the market is you're worth what the market says that you're worth. And I think that that's why they can get away with charging the price that they do. Because some of these I'm like, wow, who's going to pay that? Well, obviously somebody's paying that, because these things just fly off the shelves in a matter of minutes. But the waiting list for some of these providers is years long, because this is just so popular. So this is something I don't feel like is going away anytime soon. And in a lot of the cases, you need to jump on it sooner rather than later, because a lot of people are getting these and they're kind of selling them on the aftermarket, and they are a lot more expensive than they are from the actual creators. So that's why I think it's popular, and it's only going to increase. So yes, if you get the opportunity to jump into one of these, some of them do a subscription, some of them are on a paper basis, some of them just do Kickstarter. But I always say go ahead, and it's easy to want to help out some of these independent authors and things like that. And getting such beautiful, stunning editions such as this, I think it just makes it all the more worth your while. So that's why I think that this fad has really exploded, and it's only going to get bigger. That's why you see some of these things like the Broken Binding that were very, very small just a couple years ago, and now they are massive, and there's just so much coming out. And you got to start to pick and choose as a collector, what do I want and what can I live without? It's very, very hard. But that is what I think, guys. What do you think? Have you hit in on this fad? Have you gotten into the collecting some of these special editions? Are you like me and you're like, hey, I don't care if I have 8 versions of Dune. I'll take another one if there's a brand new special edition coming out. If I'm not the only one with this problem, drop down in the comments, guys, and let me know, and I will talk to you there.